Camera. What's up, Doc?
Shut up. You made it.
You should bring your meal first.
Yeah, it's in here.
Why you guys doing dirty like that?
It's not a purse.
Because there's no
Essential.
lipstick in it.
Yeah.
If there's lipstick in it, then it's a purse.
I don't know how that justifies something as a purse.
It just does.
It does. It does.
Some people
That's,
don't wear lipstick though.
Yeah, I have a purse and it
Yeah, I
doesn't have
know.
lipstick in it.
Not some necessity.
Not a purse.
I've never found any that actually go with my complexion.
They have like online quizzes for that. Submit.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that website's permanently blocked on my VPN.
Oh gosh.
Hey, listen, guys. There's pizza right here, and enjoy. She paid for it. So, Damien, why don't you go ahead and try to use the calculator? Make sure you know how to do it. All right, and then I'll get back to you. I'm sorry, you gotta wait on Damien. It's his fault. All right, but go ahead and do Q1, Q3. Here, I'll go ahead and give you all of them. Q1, Q3, P. Give me a number. How old are you? P17. Rank of. What month were you born in?
March.
Well, we ain't using March. What day?
14.
Sure. Rank of 14. Z score of what year?
2005.
Z score for 5. Perfect. What class y'all in?
I'm
Intermediate? All right. Here we go. To find the x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, you're going to plug in y is 0. 3x is equal to 18. Divide by 3, divide by 3, x equals 6. Okay? Now, to find the y-intercept, you're going to plug in x is 0. Divide by -4, divide by -4, y equals -9/2.
I don't know what ever does.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, but not on the test.
Yeah, well,
Oh, really?
yeah, 0, -5. No problem, I'll take care of that. You look just like this. He's so nice, he reduced for me. Just a small commission. All right. Now, what's the slope? We got to solve for y, right? So to solve for y, got to move the 3x over. -4y equals -3x plus 18. Divide by -4, divide by -4, divide by -4. In this case, your slope is -3 over -4, which is 3/4. Amber, I feel like a jerk. I would probably just mark off -2. I would give you some credit because you did do a reasonably amount of work on your own. But I would not give you full credit for sure.
Okay.
All right, but I don't want you to fail the class over reducing a fraction.
I do have a question though. On the test, right, for those problems down, right? We get the x and the y-intercept right, but we do the slope.
They're all separate.
They're all separate?
Yeah.
Okay.
So generally, there's, just so you know, generally there's 20 questions. This might be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
It's -2, -2. It's -1, -2, -2. So I'm a pretty nice guy that if you get 2 out of 3, I only count off -1.
Okay.
Right? I mean, technically you've missed 1/3 of 5 points, but I just do -1. Now, if you miss the second one, at that point it's -2. And if you miss the third one, then it becomes -5. Okay? But I do let you miss the first one and only count off 1 point. Y-intercept for this is -15. X-intercept, plug it in, y is 0.
For the first problem we just did for the slope, what do you do with the, oh wait, you just leave the 18 over -4 then?
Yeah, that is actually this number here.
Oh,
18 over -4 is actually the y-intercept, but since we'd already found it, then I didn't need to deal with it.
okay.
Okay, great question. Great question. All right,
Is that 3 over?
3 over what?
I don't know. What?
What number are we on? This one or this one?
No, the other one.
This one?
No,
This one?
yeah. The first fraction when you break down the problem,
3/5?
the one under it.
0 equals 3/5 x minus 15. I added 15 to both sides, I got 15 is equal to 3/5 x. From there, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna multiply both sides by 5, we'll get rid of the fraction. This becomes 75 equals 3x. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X equals 25. Okay. What's your slope? Slope is
3 over 5.
3 over 5. I've long wondered a number of things about these sessions, to be honest. Number one, if I said to you, I have office hours, my office from 12 to 2, feel free to stop by. No one ever stopped by. Like, that shit never happened. Like, there's something about a student going to an office and knocking on the door and being like, hey, can you help me? That just never seemed to want to fly. This seems to somehow kind of bridge that gap. But more importantly than that is, I try to figure out, why does this work? Like, you were struggling big time,
Yeah.
and you're a rock star right now. Like, I know you feel that. Like, why is it that coming to these sessions, somehow it's turned you into this, like, mathematical genius now?
Pizza.
I didn't eat the first session, but I think it was the first session is like I got comfortable with like,
Yes,
You?
all of this, yeah.
and then I
There's a lot
like
there.
cussed you out, and then I was like, okay, so I understand the math now. I think that was the key for me.
You just need to know that you can cuss me out and I won't get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't get mad. You can cuss all you want to. And you can cuss at me, really. You can be like, you but words ain't gonna do nothing to me, I promise. All
But I
right?
don't know about everybody else, but that's what helped me.
Okay. I think part of why it is it allows you to chew on it a little longer than you do in class.
Yeah.
Because in class, it's kind of like, here it is, 20 seconds later, okay, here's the answer, right? This, you get to kind of jump on it, you can kind of look at it for 10, 15 minutes before I come back to you. The other thing I think is huge about this is there is that breakdown of I can just express myself freely and I don't have to worry about what anybody thinks. Please, if you're here on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or a Friday, you're putting in extra effort, let's make sure we maximize that effort. All right? Ask. If you have a question, ask. Don't worry about, well, what's somebody going to think? What's somebody going to, how am I going to look? No, you're safe. It doesn't, we're all here trying to get better. And that to me is the beauty of what makes this so good, is you have 4 classes together a lot of times where there's no judgment. Every once in a while you'll get some asshole like, well, I wish I could go back and do that. You know what? Fuck you. Because your ass was struggling with that shit 2 years ago. Don't act like you weren't, because I know you were, because I was your damn teacher. I hate it when people say that. Oh, I wish I could go back and do that. Man, screw you. They're over here struggling on that shit. Everybody wants to hear you talk about, God, man, I feel so broke. I've only got like $100,000 in my account. Man, shut the hell up. Like, I love rich people. Rich people do that. Oh, God, I feel so poor. Man, shut it. Let me tell you about poor. Come live a life with me. I'll tell you about poor. Can we get bread today? Not that kind. You can get smart value. We ain't getting nature's own. Hell no. You go get yourself some of that Publix bread. You're living rich today. Y equals 9. What's the x-intercept?
0.
Horizontal line. Where does it cross the x-axis?
Never.
Undefined.
None.
None.
Take it.
None.
Wait, can you explain the difference again?
Between what?
You said Like the other class you gave an example.
Okay, so a lot of people will put 0. Okay, a lot of people want to put 0. 0 is their snap answer, 0. Okay, because in their head, if I say, hey, can we go get ice cream? And you say you got no money, that to you means 0. Like no money translates to 0. For students, that all means the same shit. But no money doesn't mean that money doesn't exist and I just don't have any of it. Money exists, of which I got none of it, 0. Okay? So 0 is this point here. So if you say 0, you're saying it crosses right there. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but if you put 0 for this line, you ask better put it for this line too. Because if it crosses 0 here, it crosses 0 going up and down too. Does that make sense? Like if one's 0, they both have to be 0, and they're hardly ever 0. That's not much fun. Okay? Now, where does it cross the y-axis? Well, it crosses the y-axis at 9. Right? Now, what's the horizontal, what's the slope?
0.
Slope is 0. How do you remember it?
I always remember if the y has a number next to it, then it's 0, but if the x has a number next to it, then the slope is undefined. I don't know. It's way more complicated than you probably are going to put it.
She just remembers it because that's just the way the shit is.
Yeah.
How do you remember that? Well, you see, that's the way it is.
If it's y, it's 0. If it's x, it's undefined.
Okay.
Oh.
That's in my brain. Don't write that.
Yeah, if it's y by itself, it's 0. If it's x by itself, it's undefined. That is totally fine.
I need small quick notes so I can remember.
Yeah, no. See, I went with the whole horizontal and the O thing,
Yeah.
and that clearly didn't work because y'all damn said undefined. So clearly, we needed new. That was the class where the person in the back, was that y'all's class?
Yeah, so. I sit in the back.
Said, can't spell horizontal without.
Oh, yeah, without like horror or something.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't know how that's supposed to help anybody.
Like,
Said that in the middle of math class. Somebody ain't got no damn sense. X equals 6, what's it look like?
6.
Vertical line, right? 6, none,
Undefined.
undefined. We good?
yes.
Everybody good? Do we need to do it again, or we think we can move on to a new topic? There's no wrong answer here. Again, this is y'all's time, this is not my time.
Do it again.
Let's do them again, okay?
Wait, were you doing something second?
Can I leave those up, write them over here?
Oh, yeah.
And that way you'll have something to do your guide? Let's go, 3x plus 8y equals negative 48. Let's go y equals 5, 6x minus 2, 1. 1's good. Let's go x equals 7. Let's go 3y plus 6 equals 12. Find the same 4 things. All right, Damien, you done? All right, good. I'll be there in 1 second. Hold on. College algebra, where you at? You done?
Yeah.
Domain and range. Domain, go.
Negative infinity to infinity.
Negative infinity to infinity. What's the range?
0 to infinity.
Do we include the 0 or not?
Yeah. You
How?
don't?
How? How do I include it? What do I put?
Oh, a bracket?
A bracket, absolutely. Here. Domain, go.
Negative infinity to infinity, and then the range is 0 to infinity.
Again, including that bracket, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on.
That one, the domain is negative infinity to infinity. And then this one, the range confused me. I put also negative infinity to infinity.
It is. Bottom to top. That's where we read that at, right? That's where we live. Here.
Domain, I put 0 to infinity with the bracket, and then 0 to infinity also.
Okay? Now, we're going to talk about increasing, decreasing. Okay? We're going to talk about increasing, decreasing, and that is left to right. All right? So, in this case, I say that this is decreasing. This side is decreasing because it's going down. I say this side is increasing because it's going up. left to right. And if you read it from the other way, obviously it would be opposite, but that's not how we read it. So we say it's decreasing from negative infinity to 0, and it's increasing from 0 to infinity. Okay? Your goal is to try the next 3. All right? Damien, we on you. Do I need to do the calculator, or do y'all got it figured out?
I think we got it.
You got it? All right. 14, 17, 28, 34, 42, 46, 61, 8, 61, 7.6, 2, 5. Sound good? All right, so the mean is 7.6. The median is the value in the middle. Median is 7. Mode is the one that occurs most. None? Do we agree? Because none of them occur more than the other ones. Standard deviation. Doing quick mental math.
Can you like write that the standard deviation?
What do you mean?
Like I don't understand standard deviation.
Okay. Are you finding it on your calculator, or are you trying to do it by hand?
I don't have my calculator today.
Oh, you don't want to do it by hand, baby. Do you have a calculator? You just didn't bring it.
I didn't bring it, and I also dropped that.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
So the formula is n times the sum of x squared minus the sum of x quantity squared divided by n minus 1. But I don't think you want to do that. So at this point, we just want to go like this. Hey, Damien, what did you get? I mean, it's going to be, you know, according to my very uncalculated brain, it's going to be 11 divided by 4, 3. It's going to be about 3.9. What is it?
It was 3.9. I just rounded up to 4.
I've been doing it for a long time. And my degree is in statistics. So people are like, oh my God, he's so good. Jesus Christ, I got a degree in it. I've only been doing it for 25 years. So we good? Now Q1 is going to break the bottom half in half. So looks like that's going to be 4.5. That's the calculator, right? Q3 is going to break the top half in half, which is going to be 10. Yeah. P17 is going to take 0.17. Oh, shoot. They can't see me. And I just did all that in my head. No one's going to be impressed.
We're impressed.
You are? Can I have a piece of pizza, or do I not get any? I can have some? Okay, thanks. I always love her. She's like, well, you paid for it, so I guess if you want a piece, technically, like, you're probably supposed to get one. All right. P17 times 8. Yeah. Which is 1.36.
Yep.
We're going to round that up to 2. Yeah. We're going to go to our second value, which is 4. Do we agree? It's okay to ask.
Can you do it again?
Like
So I take 0.17 times 8. That I think is 1.36. I round that up to 2. Now I'm going to the second spot in our data set. So if we put them in order, the second spot is 4. It's the second position in the data set. So that's how that works. You good? Rank of 14. That's the percent of values less than 14. That's the percent of values less than 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7 out of 8, which 0.8 That's 67 is 45. Yeah. So we would say that's 87.5%. If you said 88%, I'm giving you credit because I know that you know what you're talking about. Make sure I see the 7 out of 8 first, and then after that, you got a hard way of screwing it up from there. Because once I see 7 out of 8, I know you had the idea. Z-score of 5. Z-score of 5 is 5 minus 7.6 divided by 3.9. 5 minus 7.6 is 1.6 divided by 4 is negative 0.4. So it's negative it's 2.6. 2.6 divided by 4, .65-ish. Negative 0.65. I mean, I may have messed that up, but I think I'm right.
Because I did 5 minus 7.6 divided by like 4 or 8.
Well, if you do 5 minus 7.6, make sure you put that in parentheses if you're going to do it this way. Okay, make sure it's in parentheses. I think it's around 0.65. I don't know that for sure. Like I care, but I really don't care. She okay? That was a sneeze, right? She wasn't choking? Okay, good. Bless you.
Sounds like a cough, but not like a choking cough. It's hard to cough when you're choking.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, because it blocks your airway. That's why you choke and die. But that's why if you were actually dark.
Yeah, they went to the server to tell us how people choke and die. Any questions? We good? How about interpreting? Average person checks their social media 7.6 times a day. 50% people check it more than 7 times, 50% check it less than 7 times. There was no mode. On average, the amount of times people check their social media deviates from the mean by 3.9. 25% of the people check it less than 4.5, 75% check it less than 10. I'm doing this kind of fast, but this is stuff that we've done. 17% of the people check it less than 4 times. 87.5% of people check it less than 14 times. And someone who checks it 5 times is 0.65 standard deviations below the mean. All right? With that, I think y'all are good. I mean, the only thing we're going to do is erase the damn numbers and give you a whole new set of numbers. If you want to, I'll do that, but I think we've done enough.
Can you do that?
You want to do it? I don't mind. Number of Christmas presents you get after high school. See, some of y'all still getting a lot of Christmas presents because your mom wants to think Santa Claus still exists. Because you got that little sister that like still believes, and you're like, yeah, let's milk this shit for a while. All right. Others of y'all are like, shit, man, I don't get one damn thing. I might get a damn T-shirt. Said my mom went to the Bahamas, and this is what I got. All right, stats people, we ready? Everybody had a chance? This group right here, y'all.
Yes.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Nico, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Nico, let me explain something to you. You being here is not like going to church, right? Like, you don't get to go to church, sit there, fall asleep, and be like, well, God, I went. I mean, you got to have a little bit of participation here, Nico.
I'm trying. I'm not praying. I just don't get it.
Okay, what part are you not getting? There's that damn.
From the beginning.
Nico, we got problems, man. We got problems. We should have saw you last week, 2 weeks ago. Nico, to find the x-intercept, you got to plug in y is 0. divide by 3, divide by 3, x is negative 16. Are we good? Hey, Amber,
Yeah.
catch.
We're not.
Hey, I'm not athletic.
I can see.
So plug in y as 0 and solve.
For x, yes, that's the x-intercept.
What do you want me to do?
Write these down as we do them.
Write those down?
X-intercept's negative 16.
Okay,
The same way I did it before, just create me a little chart.
okay.
All right, let's do the y-intercept. Plugging in x is 0, we're solving for y.
Just write down the answers.
Yeah, that way everybody has them. 8y equals negative 48, divide by 8, divide by 8, y equals negative 6. If you can just make them a little sloppy the way I do it.
I did.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Thought so.
That slope is way too deep though. All right. So x-intercept's negative 16, y-intercept is negative 6. We good? We good? Nico, you good?
Yeah.
All right. Now, 3x plus 8y equals negative 48. To find the slope, we have to solve for y, which means we need to move this, and we're ultimately going to have to move the 8. How do we move the 3x? Subtract it. 8y equals negative 3x minus 48. Divide by 8, divide by 8, divide by 8. Y equals negative 3/8 x minus 6. So your slope then becomes negative 3/8. We're leaving off the x. Don't put the x.
Okay.
Leave off the x, negative 3/8. All right, we good? Come on. Come on, Tim the Tool Man, what you got?
I think I got it. I got everything but the slope part.
Well, do you know how to find it?
Yeah.
And that's why you're here. You're here to get better, not to stay the same.
Wait, are we leaving off the x because we already have?
So, we're leaving off the x because the formula is y equals mx. This is the slope.
Oh, okay.
It's not mx where they're surgically attached to each other.
Okay.
It's mx. The number is the slope, not the actual x. Yes?
Why'd you divide them all by 8?
Well, because we have to solve for y, right? How do I get rid of the y?
All right, got it.
So the slope will always be in front of the x, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, you know, like, I do this sometimes. What's the slope?
12.
3x.
Well, okay.
What's the slope?
Negative?
Negative 3.
Oh.
See, a lot of people just want to throw this first damn number down because you're like a little trained robot. I choose first number. No, it's not the first number. It's the number in front of the x. All right, now somebody said 3x, but it's not 3x because the x is not attached to it. The slope in this case is just negative 3. So and now here's the thing, right? Like some people, because I'll do this. This is another one of my favorite little tricks. I'm just telling you all my tricks today. I'll do this. What's the slope? You still have to solve.
Oh, because of y.
So just because the x is over here doesn't mean you snap out two and be like, yeah, Ma, I got all of them right. You still got to solve by dividing by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5. Now you can say the slope is what? 2 over 5. Does that make sense? So you got to solve for y and whatever that entails. And then go find the number in front of the x. All right? We good? All right, let's look at the next one. Now with the next one, y equals 5, 6x minus 1. We know the y-intercept is negative 1. You can sit down. I'm telling you, it's hard work up here.
It is.
Like, y'all sit there and watch it, and y'all like, man, this cannot be that hard. It's a whole other shit ton harder than you think it is. And then imagine having to do like 4 classes all at one time. Yeah, people are like, it ain't that hard, right? You've been doing it for 20 years. I promise you, it's a whole lot harder. You get some other instructors in here and tell them to do it, they'd be like, nah, we good.
You just mastered it.
That and eating cheesecake, I mastered it. Slope, what we got?
5/6.
When you see a problem like this on the test and it says x-intercept, y-intercept, slope, you better give extra at church on that Sunday. Because you got 2 out of the 3 right off the jump. Like, you ain't got to do nothing to get 2 out of the 3. You can wait.
Oh, wait, so it's done.
Just wait, Vanna.
Oh.
Now, what's the x-intercept? What do you got to do? Nico, what do you got to do?
You have to plug in 0 and solve.
You got to do what now? Sorry, David was fucking
Plug
texting
in
me.
0 and solve.
0 for what?
X.
No. Why? It's the opposite letter that you're trying to find. All right, if we're solving for x, we got to get rid of y. If we're solving for y, we got to get rid of x. All right, we have to add 1, add 1. All right. Now what am I going to get? How do I solve that? How do you get rid of the fraction?
You multiply 6 on both sides.
Multiply both sides by 6. We can do it in 2 steps. You can do it in 1 if you want to be an overachiever and look smart. All right? I want to do it in 2 steps. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X equals 6/5.
Getting the hang of it.
So now I go write it?
Yeah, now you-
Oh, okay.
The slope is 5/6. And the x-intercept is 6/5.
I got all the right answers. I don't know why I just didn't look at my paper.
Because you don't trust yourself yet.
I know.
You're probably still in, no, seriously. You're probably still in the I'm about ready to miss it stage.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's a growth mindset. And I'm being dead serious about this. It's a growth mindset. So when you're not very good at it the way you were, you always anticipate the next one's going to be the one you screw up on. If you get one right, you almost go like this. Shit, that was lucky. I'll miss the next one. Right? The better you get, you start going like this. I'm going to get it. But you still don't trust yourself. You're like, well, I feel like I got it. At some point, you go like this. You get to a point where you leave that mindset, and then you get to this mindset. If I miss it, that was unfortunate. I won't miss another one. That will be the mindset you eventually get yourself into. Okay? And then there's a lot of life that's that way. Right? Like, you know, there's a lot of stuff like that, but I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to shut up. Any questions? Okay. Can I say this to Amber?
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's just nothing but love.
Nothing but love.
I'm going to say it on the next one.
Huh?
I'm going to say it on the next one.
Oh, okay.
Just give me a minute. X equals 7 here, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so where's across the x-axis?
None.
The x-axis.
Oh, sorry.
Where's across the x-axis?
7.
7.
Where's across the y?
None.
All right, here we go.
Undefined.
Undefined.
Really?
Thanks to Amber. for that note.
Woo! Do I have to write that
And
one?
I had no part in that, huh?
Oh,
That's like that jerk that comes up, oh my God, the baby's so cute, looks just like his mother. You know what, screw you. No, all good.
So the X is the slope?
For my awful, like, explanation of it too. They're like,
she said
thanks.
if it's Y, if it's
Undefined.
Y equals 0, and if it's X, it's undefined. That's Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's just Y, it's 0. If it's just X, it's undefined.
Okay, what's all love?
This is what's all love.
Okay.
I didn't even know you did that last.
See, I feel confident about this.
No, you will.
Okay.
You will, and this is what I'm gonna say to you.
And then I'll flip it up.
No, not that at all. I remember very vividly that conversation you and I had that was very private, that I'm gonna share.
Okay.
You were not crying, but you were definitely upset by it. Like, you didn't like the way I did what? Didn't show things, right?
Right. Like
I would go like this, right?
Mhm.
And I wouldn't show that step in the middle.
Mhm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Now that you know how to do it, you fill it in. I'm guessing. As you get better, you fill in this missing step on your own. You know, like, oh yeah, he's got to divide by 3, right? As you get better, it's almost like when you read that essay that you wrote, when you left the word out, but your brain keeps putting it back in there.
Mhm.
Y'all know what I'm talking? Like, I know I'm not the only one who does this.
Yeah.
My wife would be like, Steven, it's not.
And then you read it out loud.
And then you read it out right. It's so wrong. And then your brain has put it in there like 17 times.
I didn't write that last step. You're right. I didn't do the division. I just. Whoop.
Yeah. But, you know, the interesting thing is I'm reminded very much of my Spanish teacher, who, when I was very upset one day, because I felt like she talked way too fast. I'm like, if you would just slow this stuff down, like just slow down with your, you're screaming and hollering, slow it down, I might understand. And what she said to me, which was transformative in the process, you feel like I talk fast because you don't understand anything I'm saying. Think about it. You feel like I talk fast because you don't understand anything I'm saying. So all the words are just running together. Think about being in the math class when you don't understand.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Everything just runs together.
Mhm.
You just sitting there going, shit, there's another one. Just throwing numbers around. The numbers are just getting thrown everywhere, right? When you feel that way, there's a good chance it's because you don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, but once you understand it, it's not that bad. But that was a real pivotal moment for me in my life when she said that. Like, you don't understand it because you think I'm talking fast. And she said to me, which I told her she was wrong, you talk faster than I do. I'm like, you're crazy. I do not talk fast. And she's like, listen to yourself. You talk real fast. I don't talk fast, do I? Not at all. Okay. Hey, y is 2. What's the x-intercept?
None.
What's the y-intercept?
2. 0.
Okay.
Don't write that one too.
Yeah, write that one. Thank you, Vanna.
Thank you. What?
We're going to make you Vanna. Like Wheel of Fortune or whatever that show is. I don't know what. All right. We good there? Y'all want to try? Oh, we still got some time. Try another set? Not of this, but let's go ahead and move it on to something else. Sound good?
Yeah. What about that one where it's like y minus y1? Yeah, I can't stand that.
Let's do that one right now. That's why you're here. Hey, I need a sheet of paper. Can I have a sheet of paper?
Yes.
Write your name on that and pass it around.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get reimbursed for this pizza from somebody, and they're gonna want to know that I was here. All right. Oh, I gotta give y'all a problem.
Yeah.
Write the equation.
Okay, write the formula too, because I keep forgetting.
I will write it for you. And then on the test, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna remember it. But
No, as soon as you get the test, write it down.
Oh, yeah.
That's not cheating. As soon as you get the test, either that or just have some blank paper. Never mind. No, I mean, when you get the test, just write it down right away and just on whatever you want. Write the equation through 5, negative 3, and 8, 10. Write the equation of a horizontal line through 5, negative 6. All right, Mama, you ready? All right. We know that this one's increasing and decreasing. We said it was decreasing from negative infinity to 0. It was increasing from 0 to infinity. How about this one?
That one's decreasing the same, negative infinity to 0, and it's increasing 0 to infinity.
This one.
That one got me, my paper's blank.
Okay, so let's look at it.
It's,
Left to right. If I come over here and I go left to right, will I be going up the hill or down the hill?
up the hill, so the whole thing's increasing.
The whole thing is increasing.
So what do I put for decreasing? Because I put negative infinity to
Never.
infinity. Just never.
Never.
What are we excited about?
Huh?
What are we excited about?
So, you know I'm like the chief fundraiser for the,
What are you doing?
Hayward volleyball team. And so, I'm gonna talk to y'all about this sometime in the coming weeks, but, next Wednesday night, we're doing our suicide and mental health awareness day. And I don't wanna talk about it a whole lot, but I wanted to raise money. And he just agreed for $500. Increasing, decreasing, where is it?
0 to, increasing is 0 to infinity, 0 comma infinity, and then decreasing is never.
Now here, we're gonna trick it a little bit. We're gonna trick it. Notice there, I'm gonna put that on the bracket.
Yeah, I
Did not do that anywhere else. I didn't do it anywhere else.
Because there's no point there.
Well, but see, here there's a point. Right? There's a point there. Right? Y'all weren't in class when I was having my little pity party that I had to go to the doctor. Because every time I go to the doctor, it's the same shit. Mr. Dreyer, you could probably lose some weight. You know what? Clearly, Doc. I mean, I didn't need to pay you $40 to come here and get that advice. So I'm all pumped, right? I had just got food poisoning. I just got, so you know I was locked down like 15. Left that shit in Tallahassee. No pun intended. I show up to the doctor, I'm down 6 pounds from the first time, the last time I seen her. I'm thinking I'm about ready to get a gold star. I'm thinking she's gonna be like, Mr. Dreyer, great job. You're down 6 pounds. She's like, gotta do better. Crushed. Crushed. See, here's the problem. When I got on the scale, she's looking over an interval of time. In that moment, you're not going to be up or down anything. We're talking about an interval of time. We're not talking about a single moment. So when I talk about increasing, decreasing, this is a moment, right? This is a moment in time. So this is, bless you, we're not going to include it because it's decreasing in this moment and increasing in this moment. That's kind of jacked up. What are you doing? I'm up and down, actually. It's not, you can't do that. But you can't include it here because there's not an inflection point. There's not another side where it's going down. So that's why we include it there. Okay. Any questions on that? You good? Let's try one. Yeah, we still have time. But anyway, I reached out to a guy that I know. And I said, we're going to raise money. I need your company to agree to match whatever we raise, up to $500. And he just wrote me back and said, we'll write a check for $500. Come here to make it out to. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Now I need to find somebody to do breast cancer. We're going to raise money for that cause too. All right. Let me give you this. Double up. Double up. 0, -4, 0, 6. Double up.
I have a question. In the formula, it says y minus y equals m, but like the problem that we did, I think on Monday, I don't remember what day it was. You had put the, let me see. You put the you put the coordinates and you put m equals, but what is m?
M is the slope.
Oh,
Sometimes it's given. Sometimes you have to find it. In this case, you have to find it. Okay.
For the second one, what's that word supposed to be?
Horizontal.
Okay, write the horizontal
Yeah.
line.
Write the equation. Write the equation horizontal. Write the equation horizontal line through 5, -6.
Okay.
There's a whole of the here that my brain put in.
Yeah.
All right. We ready? We ready? Well, you back in the same position you were just in. We should have gotten your calculator while I was gone. Because you still don't have one. So now we're still doing it in our heads here. And that's a lot of numbers. 10, 11, 16, 23, 28, 34, 37, 41, 43, 48. You good? So we'll call it 4.4. Median is the value in the middle. Is that 5? 5? Mode is the value that occurs most often. Also 5. Standard deviation. Standard deviation.
2.2.
I don't trust you. Can I trust you? He said, the only guy there, you can trust me. Oh. I did it in my head again and no one saw. Hey, Mom.
Oh.
She likes to watch my YouTube. She's retired.
Did you mean to leave the circles open?
I did. On purpose. That means something. Where I come from.
Yeah.
I don't know where you come from, but where I come from, that means something. You know what? See, no one saw it. When I go back over there, I'm going to erase it, and then when I move the camera, no one knows. It's our secret. Q1. Q1. I don't know. What is it?
2.
2?
No, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
11. Like you can't split it into quarters, like exactly.
So, well, you can. So let's go ahead and do it together. So we got 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5,
6, 7, 8.
6, 7, 8. hell happened?
There's a 4.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is that value, yes? That's the median, yeah? Now we're taking this bottom half and we're cutting it in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. This is the middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. This is the middle one. Yeah? Two and 6. All right, we good? Now we got 0.17 times 0.11. Uh, 17 times 11 is 1.88. Wait, hold on. 17 times 11 is
1.87.
1.87, yeah. What do we do with that? Round up to 2. Now, this is where it's unfortunate, Damien, because what happens here is I'm running up to the second spot. What number happens to be the second spot? 2. And now people are like, oh, so this number and this number. No, they're not. In this very specific example in which some weird crap happened, the stars aligned and that this number and that number were the same. That's not always the case, and it damn sure ain't going to happen on test day. All right? Does that make sense? Rank of 14. Oh, did I not give you those? Yes, 100% then. All right. Z-score for 5. 5 minus 4.4 divided by 2.2. 5 minus 4.4 is 0.6 over 2.2, which is 0.27. It's actually 0.273 if you went around, but 0.272 is good enough. All right. We good? Do I need to interpret? David, interpret. Which of these is the best predictor of mu? If I want to predict mu, which is the best predictor?
Mean.
The mean. So this would be your best predictor of the mean. What would be the best predictor of sigma? You showed up on a Wednesday, I might as well show it to you. If I wanted to estimate sigma, what would the best estimate be? What does sigma mean? What does the symbol mean? People are like, good question, Dreyer. Real good question. This is the population standard deviation. So if we're trying to estimate the population standard deviation, which of these values should we use? Sample standard deviation. Good idea, write that down. She's like, fool me once, shame on me. All right, any questions? We're going to leave y'all with that. All right, intermediate, here we go. Nico, you ready? Nico still think he at church. I'm getting credit for being here, damn it. Nico, did you do these? Nico, we got issues, man. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Can't help you if you're not here. 13 over 3, yes? All right. Now we're going to go y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Okay? Yes, baby?
I have a question.
Yeah.
If I use the second equation,
It doesn't matter. We should get to the same answer. If we don't, one of us did it wrong. No offense on who I'm blaming. This negative and negative become positive, yes? Yeah. We have a cleaning crew that won't come, but yeah, sure. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yes, please go watch the videos. Major help. Jamie, appreciate you now. All right, now, how about what we're gonna do from there? How do I deal with the 13/3? Best way is to do what? Multiply by 3 on the other side, right? We wanna take this 3, send that sucker over there. 3y plus 9 equals 13x minus 65, yes?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, that was 2 steps in one. I brought the 3 over, distributed, then I distributed the 13, yeah?
Okay.
3y equals 13x minus 74. You good? We're going to divide by 3, we're going to divide by 3, we're going to divide by 3. Y equals 13/3 x minus 74 over 3.
That's the answer?
That's it. You got that? I need a cool nickname for you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know. Just don't know what it would be. What's a cool nickname for him?
In class, you remember me? I don't know if you guys remember like Maddie B. Like he looks exactly like it.
Who?
Maddie B. He's like his little.
Matty B.
It's a
I thought
guy.
that was Cardi B.
No. Oh, that's what he looks like to me.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Anybody ever told you to look like Matty B before?
That's what he reminds me of.
This is
It's
what
like-
Maddie looks like.
How about Cody from Zack and Cody?
I was your dryer. That's what Maddie B looks like.
Well, his hair's kind of brown, but I still
Yeah,
see
it's
it.
kind of brown, but like.
Oh, no, I see. You gotta have a couple drinks to be able to get that. You gotta have a couple drinks to get from there, but you know what? Like, I can see, if the liquor were hitting the right spot, then maybe we'd be like, yo, Matty B, what up? All right. Any questions on this? I do see it a little bit, but not a whole lot.
How you get 65?
How do I get 65?
Multiply 13 by 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 13 times 5. All right. All right. What's the equation that's a horizontal line? What's the equation of a horizontal line?
Oh. Okay, here.
See, y'all thought y'all didn't have to memorize that crap because of Amber's little technique. Amber, what's the equation of a horizontal line? Not x equals, that's a vertical line.
Why?
It is y equals. So y equals what?
-6.
-6. Y equals -6.
Oh, that was the answer?
Yeah, that's the answer.
Oh, what?
Y equals -6.
I was trying to. I
Pepperoni right here, Chief.
made an
Come on, Maddie.
equation, the equation solved, and I fucking solved all of it.
Is there cheese? Oh yeah, there's a shit ton of cheese. This whole thing is you, Nico. I mean, you can polish it off,
I
right?
can't take that. I'm on a diet. I'll take a piece, but I can't take that.
I'm on a diet too. I'm heading to Chick-fil-A.
I'll destroy
I
it.
mean, I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta eat through the pain, you know what I'm saying?
I can take it. There's an SGA meeting and that was.
Is there? How bad do you want it?
Well, isn't there still like half a box of pepperoni?
There's
in
a
the
whole box of pepperoni.
Yeah, then there's like 2 pieces in the other one, right?
One piece in the other one.
I'll take the 1 piece, you can take the box.
There's an SGA
If I
meeting?
walk in with 2 boxes, they're gonna love me.
I'll take the 1 piece of pepperoni.
You do that.
Okay.
I doubt we'll eat 2 boxes. She can have.
Take half of the one and put it in the other one. Do that.
I think I separated.
Separate it out.
Ooh, I don't want that much.
Give it to your boyfriend or somebody. Somebody will take it.
Okay. So we're each taking a slice.
Take 2, Maddie.
I'm good.
Oh, he has his nickname.
Damn.
Official.
That sucks. That's good. Thank you.
Alright, catch. Fuck.
Thank you.
Did you drop it?
I did.
Are the subjects posted in the discussion board or anything?
No, there's a homework sheet online on the files though.
Do you have the
I just need to
book,
look. Yeah.
Do the homework.
Okay.
In all honesty, that doesn't help if you have no clue what the hell you're doing.
It
That's
didn't. I
true.
tried to do it, I was like,
I mean, like, it's like I was like failing Spanish when I was in high school. My dad's like, "You should study more." Dad, I don't know what any of the words mean. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, look at a book that I literally know none of the words. Well, you're not studying hard enough. Okay, Dad, that's real helpful. Thanks, Pops.
Nico comes to class like 20 minutes late, and like 10 minutes late, but he's like, I don't understand.
All right, you're on video. Lucky. Let's do you. Domain, what is it?
For the top line, it's negative infinity to 0.
Okay, so what we have to learn here is, this is what we have to learn. The open circle here means we're not including it,
Right.
so we're stopping.
Yeah.
But now the question is, do we include it anywhere else? Because if I include it anywhere else, then that's just as good.
What do you mean? Because I didn't put brackets.
Thank you, Jar.
Bye, baby, love you, take care.
Love you too. Have a good day. Oh.
See, this goes negative infinity to infinity now, because of the closed circle on this one, meaning you catch up at that point and it's not a break. It's a hard thing to understand, all right? But essentially, it's negative infinity to 0 with an open circle, but then you're jumping, okay? You're jumping from, you've never been to New York, have you?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Subways. You ride the red train
thank you.
till you get to a stop. You hop off the red train, then you might go on the blue line for a while. Okay? Think of this as the red line, blue line. So you're still in the same station.
Right.
You haven't left the station yet, right? You haven't gone out the little ticket gate. So
you
you're,
haven't moved it on the x-axis.
yes.
Okay.
Right. Now, if we move on the x-axis, well, that's essentially like you're leaving the subway station and you're going into a different terminal.
And then it's disconnected.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if there is a closed circle under or above where the open circle is, then it's not a break because that station picks up right where the other one left off. However, if both of them are open, then neither one of them actually got to that one individual stop. They both came up short of both sides.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, negative infinity to 0, union 0 to infinity would be the domain. Because neither one of these actually closed that connection.
So what would it look like for the closed circle?
Negative infinity to infinity.
Negative, okay.
It would be closed, this one being
It's
closed,
basically connected.
Yes.
Those are
essentially allows them to be connected.
Okay.
Okay? Now, what's the range? The range I think is pretty hard for this one. And we're going to go over all of this tomorrow, so
I put
no
them
pressure.
separately.
Huh?
I put the ranges separately.
Don't need to. Mama rules. Or daddy rules, one or the other. Who's the disciplinarian?
My mom.
Your mom, okay? How many times does mom ask you to do something?
A lot.
So she'll just keep asking over and over and over again? Okay, daddy rules in my house is like this. I'm going to ask you once. Don't make me ask you twice.
She gets mad if she doesn't.
Okay? So we don't want to say anything twice. So when you say negative infinity to negative 4, and then you say negative infinity, you just said it twice.
Right.
We're not saying it twice. Negative infinity to 6 says it one time, and that includes this piece right here. Because this piece is an umbrella, is under this umbrella.
Right. So I only needed to do basically like the outskirts.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Now, the way I originally was going to write it, let's say we go here, open circle here, open circle. Now they're not under the same umbrella anymore. Right? Because this goes from negative infinity to this one, but then this one starts somewhere else. It's not covered under this little section.
But that one's, wait, how? Because why isn't it covered under, oh, because
So-
they're going in different directions.
Yeah, they're going in different
Okay,
directions. They don't match. right?
But this one only was under the umbrella because they're both going down.
Yeah. So in essence, this line here, like, if I took this line and just smashed it as hard as I could
Yeah.
up against the axis, it would cover all of this, would it not?
Yes.
If I smashed this one against the axis, it would cover all of this, yes? It covered this part twice.
Right.
Smash this one against the axis, what does it cover?
The bottom half.
Smash this one against the axis, what does it cover?
The top half.
So the range becomes negative infinity to that point to infinity.
And how do you write that?
Well, I mean, I have to give you this pointer that says 0, 1, and 0, 5. Negative infinity to 1, union 5 to infinity.
Okay, so the union also?
There would be a union as well. There's a union if there's ever a jump.
Two open circles. Okay, so a jump is a union, and
A
then
jump
when
is
it's
a
like
union.
that, they just are basically connected.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Take that to your meeting. It's Student Activities Board?
I don't know.
No, Student Government.